Hello. Thank you for checking in. It's Friday. It's finally Friday, and I'm very happy to see all of you. I've been missing in action all week, so I apologize. It has been nonstop all day long, every day, looking at apartments on the phone, running out the door. I have not been home. Uh, so, um, yeah, and I have applications out for a handful of places. I'm waiting to hear back from some of them. Uh, so still haven't got anything settled, but my date is extended to my move out date is March 15th. So the Ides of March. So yeah, beware the Ides of March. That's from Shakespeare. The Julius Caesar story, because that's when everybody stabbed him and killed Caesar. So yeah, it's I don't know if that's good luck or bad luck. I guess it depends on which end of the knife you're standing. Uh, but, but yeah, that's my move out date. So I really hope I have something by then, or I'll be living in a U-Haul for $30 a night. No, I'm kidding. Or am I? Yeah. Hello and hi everybody on YouTube and Google Hangouts. Sam, I hope you're feeling better. And thank you for all your messages. Sorry, I have been unable to go live because you can only actually see the apartments, during daylight, because a lot of them don't have electricity on if they're vacant. So and daylight goes up until 6-ish. So I'm kind of like gone all the time. And then when I get back at 6, and then I'm like going through the listings and making phone calls and organizing for the next day, and I can do that all night long. But there's some good possibilities. So yeah. Hi Sue. No, not yet, but hopefully soon. Sue says she's getting worried. I know. I've heard that a lot lately. I've been hearing that a lot. Yes. All right. Yeah, I'm trying not to freak out. But I had lovely. I did get time to take off time after spending all day looking at things yesterday. I had a lovely dinner with Sweetie. Very nice romantic dinner, so that was nice. Oh, and when I've got the post traumatic stress, so going around to all these like strange places and meeting people, I'm a little jumpy. It's taken me this year and a half to get to the point where I can actually do that and go and meet strange people, go into empty apartments. Yeah. So I go into one yesterday, and as I'm at the door to go in, the police come, 2 police officers and an older gentleman and a woman who I presumed were husband and wife. And I'd say the guy was in his late 60s. And he is purple, bruised, bloodied all over, like freshly beaten, very badly beaten. His face is swollen out and black eyes, and like his whole face is purple. His arm is in a sling. There's blood on his clothes. He's got his hands bandaged up. And I was like, oh my God, what happened? And he lives in that apartment, and his neighbor beat the crap out of him. I was like, oh, oh, that you were assaulted by your neighbor who lives here. I was like, yeah, I'm not. And the police are like, I was like, I was looking at an apartment to rent, and the police were like, it's not always like this. And I was like, oh my God. So yeah, but I actually talked to the building manager of that building, and they said that guy is already, they've caught him and he's in jail. So presumably, I suppose that there's bail, though I'm not sure if they let him out on bail, is he going to come back to the apartment building and live like in the same, and it's a small building. There's, it's one of those small little courtyard buildings where there's probably about like 8 floors on the bottom and 8 apartments on the bottom and 8 on the top. So it's not like you've got a giant apartment complex. If you're living there and you have a problem, they're right there. So I was like, oh wow, that could be, how's that going to work? Yeah. So, so interesting things happen. Interesting things happen. Yeah, and one place I've applied at a few places. One place I really love, and the woman who's, most of these places when you go there, it's an apartment manager who you meet and who shows you everything, but they're not the actual owners, so they can give recommendations, but they're not the ones who actually make the choice. So most of the time you don't actually meet the owners or the people who make the choices. So, and so all of the apartment managers, they all love me. They want to rent to me, but else the owners, nobody's wanted to rent to me. So I've been turned down. I am feeling more rejected in my apartment search than I ever have as an actress. I'm getting more because, yeah, I'm like, what? Hey, this is how bad the rejection is. There's about 4 places now that I have offered to pay the entire year, 12 months rent at lease signing on a 12-month contract. Offered to pay everything, the whole year at lease signing, and they still said no. What? What the hell? What? You must really not like me, huh? And yes, I've told them all that, Sue. Yeah, I'm feeling. Do you think they're discriminating against me because I'm an actress? Sue says yes. I'm feeling really rejected. I'm offering them all the money up front. They can even wait to make sure the check clears before they give me the keys. And they say, so far, they've all said, well, what about next year? I'm like, it's a contract for 1 year. Your building might blow up. I might die. Anything could happen in a year. I don't know if I want to live there in a year. Who knows? It's a contract for 1 year. Linda says they usually didn't have a lease. Yeah. Well, LA is more by the rules for all of these. It's more corporate and structured than a lot of places. And that might be because I would guess from a landlord's perspective that they have probably had some problems in the past with past renters, been burned a few times. I suspect that, they're all very cautious about stuff because, people do things. So, but I'm like, but I'm nice and quiet and I'm giving you all the money. David Jones says he's pretty sure they don't like blondes. Yeah. I think it's just because I'm an actress, because I think they really want somebody who gets a paycheck each week, has really good credit, and has a big savings account. Yeah, so David Jones says they want people who go to work. Well, that makes sense. that makes sense if you're depending on them paying you every month, David Jones. But if somebody offers you, if somebody says, hey, I got nothing, but I can pay you for the whole year, then shouldn't you just be like, hell yeah, whatever. Tell me your name is Santa Claus and you want to rent. I'll take the money. David Jones says it's probably because actresses all have big parties and walk around naked. Wait, I thought that was a selling point. I don't have any parties, but I do walk around naked. Well, unless you places where your neighbor's window is 9 feet away from your window, which I'm really trying to avoid, because that's, I don't know where you all live and how close, but you know, if you're outside of a major city area, space a little bit. Like if you're in your building, you're not, the building next door isn't necessarily like 10 feet away. so and a lot of places it's like that in LA. So it's just like a little tunnel in between. Sue says, unless they think I'm a drug dealer. David Jones says, have I looked into mobile home parks? Yeah, and I just saw that LA had passed some sort of legislation making it harder for people who live in their little mobile homes that live on the side of the sidewalk. And there's a lot of people living in campers, a lot of people. It's sad and scary how many streets all over, the little campers that you can drive around, that living on all these streets. I think they've made some legislation that says you can't park them in a residential area. They have to either be parked in a commercial or an industrial area, which reduces the places that they can park in. I was like, oh, great. I'm like, wait, what if I want to buy a camper? No, I'm not going to buy a camper. I can't. I've got too many clothes. But and shoes, yeah. I need some, and you know, after being, as much as I like my tiny little house, after being in this tiny little house, I really, really, really need some square footage. I need something big. I am a total size queen now. Bigger is better. I want something big, especially since no matter where I end up, it's going to cost more than I'm spending now. Or I want to get more, right? I don't want to pay more and get less, or even pay more and get the same thing. I want. So yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Still like, and everyone's going, I'm getting really worried. I'm really worried. I'm like, okay, are you trying to? My mother is calling every day. She's like, I'm really worried. I'm like, are you trying to freak me out? Sue says we should do a fund me to get the place. Well, Sue, they're saying it. They're saying no, Sue. Even when I offer to pay the entire year. So yeah, they're saying I've had 4 separate places say no when I offer to pay the whole year rent, the entire year rent at lease signing. So prepaid for the whole year. They have nothing to worry about. That, you know, Yes, that's why I'm feeling so rejected. I'm like, wait a minute, it's not about the money, it's not about the security. You just don't want me. Feeling really, really rejected. I know, you know what, Sue, I have no idea. Maybe they've all been burned by actors in the past. I don't know. Yeah, or maybe they watched my movies. I don't know. Hi, hey, I know who you are, and we've got no vacancies for you, overactor. Yeah, so yeah, but I'm feeling very. Sue says, don't you say you're an actress, says you're a freelancer? Yeah, I self-employed slash actress. Self-employed means you have no paycheck every week. Sometimes you get work, sometimes you don't. Tisa says, did you tell them that you're a genius? Well, I figured it was self-evident, Tisa. I mean, come on. And yeah, I don't know. It might be hard to convince people of that, Jesus. I I miss, yeah. So anyhow, so that's the situation all week. I have more things to look at over the weekend. There's several that I'm supposed to hear back from by Monday, probably, and I'm feeling very optimistic about. There was one woman who was really super cool. She really liked me, and she was actually she was overseeing my application, made sure everything looked like it would be good to present, and was writing personally writing a cover letter for my application. So that was really cool. That was really cool. I was like, well, guess what? And I'd say she was in her late 70s. Guess what? She's an Aquarius. She's a cool, quirky older lady. And I was like, no wonder we got along so well. So I'm feeling optimistic, and that's a really nice apartment. I like that one a lot. I would be very, very happy there. David Jones says, that's it. Nobody wants to rent to Aquarians. Except another Aquarius. Yeah. Well, Sue, I have until the 15th. Exactly, Linda. David Jones says, all owners are Virgos. Well, that explains it. You know a Virgo won't rent to an Aquarius. But yeah, so that's it. That's the situation. But I have faith. I feel very optimistic. This is a problem that we can solve. I can solve. So yeah, I wanted to fill you in. Sue and Linda both say we hope you get a place. Yeah, because then I have to actually move. For not only do I have to get a place, but then I actually have to do the moving. And I am ready. I am so ready. I mean, my place is like all bags and boxes and bins. Like everything's as much as I can do and pack already, I have done. But because my place is so small, I can't pack everything because there's no room to take everything out and put it in boxes because there's no room. I can barely walk around right now. So, So yeah, so hopefully we'll have this solved very quickly. But I have a little bit of a reprieve. The landlord they were kind of wanting the first, but they were like, ah! Oh, hang on. Oh, yes. Yes. Hello. Oh, hang on 1 second. Hang on 1 second. Yes, I do. Hang on. Guys, I gotta go. All right. Bye. Love you all. See you on Monday.